people out here. Is that right? What's up? What's going on? This is weird. So this is nature. I'm in it. And I have some questions that you sent me over Instagram. And I'm gonna answer them. So, hit it, baby. All right, question number one. I don't know if I should say who sent this. You know, like some people who have lots of followers do. I have like 30, so I'm getting pretty big. Okay, person number one asks, what are the best tips to see your abs? Okay, great question, common question. Everybody wants to know this. Here are some simple things that have really helped me, I guess, in my journey of abs. Like, one myth in the fitness world is to get abs, you just gotta do tons of crunches, tons of sit-ups, or you get advanced and find out other ab exercises and just do them over and over again. That's not how you do it. That's not going to work. You can't spot reduce fat. Like, you can't say, my arms are flabby, so I'm just gonna do just a bunch of bicep curls. Like, you have to lose fat everywhere. If you have fat in your gut, what you have to do is you have to lose fat everywhere. What is the best way to do this? One thing, eating in a caloric deficit. So if you eat 2,000 calories a day, burning 2,500 calories a day, so that you are burning more than you eat. Either way, like, you have to be losing weight, you have to be below a certain body fat percentage to see your abs. Another thing with your abs is like doing compound exercises, doing squats, doing deadlifts, doing bench press, that kind of thing. Getting yourself stronger is gonna help you shed fat everywhere. Stay away from just like normal sit-ups and crunches, and try and find some more dynamic ab exercises to help spot shape your abs so that you actually build up the ab muscles. It's kind of an all-around effort. It's not just doing sit-ups, but it's like losing fat, building muscle, eating right, like staying away from sugars and processed garbage and stuff like that. I don't know, that's what helps me. Question number two, what are some good workouts to build up endurance and lung capacity slowly? I'm not sure what you mean by slowly, but to build up your endurance and your lung capacity is, I just think of when I was on the basketball team, we had to run laps, and like the way that we got in shape for games was building up our endurance by, we'd run a lap and we'd wait a couple seconds, and while we were still tired, we'd run another lap. And as we got in better shape, we'd run another lap and we'd be exhausted, but my coach would be like, get back on the line and running again. And that's what's really builds up endurance. So it's like doing something quick and intense, anywhere from like 30 seconds to like 3 minutes of just like all out work, like jump rope or sprinting, or especially like, I love doing like hill sprints, and then resting and then doing it again and just repeating that. That builds up my endurance and my lung capacity so much better than just like going out on a light jog. All right, question number three, when are you moving to California? I don't know, that's a good question. Find me a job, find me a place to live, and find my wife a job. I love you. All right, question number four, will hamstring curls help me make tacos better? So, hamstring curls, they're not gonna help. What you really want is beef string curls, because what really goes into a good taco is beef. So if you, instead of doing a hamstring curl, which is with your leg, obviously, you do a beef string curl, which is really any kind of bicep curl that you're picking up taco meat and then putting into a pan and then lifting up that taco and putting it into your face. I call it a beef string curl. That's gonna help you make tacos better, my friend. Next question, would you ever train for a marathon or ultra running race? This coming like a few seconds after answering that one question about running. I say it all the time, I'm not a runner. Like, that's not my niche of exercise. I love running in sports. I love playing basketball. I love playing Frisbee. I love going on like sprints and building up that intensity. And so a marathon, I feel like obviously that takes so much physical endurance, that takes so much physical toughness, but really, if you ask any marathon runner or ultra marathon runner, that takes so much mental strength. And so I'm actually more attracted to that side of it. After you do something like that, after you run 100 miles in one go or whatever, you become such an overcomer. And I love that side of exercise where it's like, I can't do this, and then you do it because you find that you're stronger than you thought that you were. Honestly, I would rather run or do a triathlon than a marathon, just because I like biking and swimming's fun. I've never really swam in a race since, but my answer to your overall question is maybe. I don't know, we'll see. What are some great jump exercises besides the squat? All right, so just think about a jump. All right, so what just happened was I'm obviously using my quad muscle. You can't see. Obviously I'm using my quad muscle, which is part of the jump, and that's the main muscle that's worked in a squat, but also you're using your hamstring, you're using your calf. You're not just going into a slow strength movement like a squat, but you're going to explosive movement. You know, if you jump, you're like exploding up. I'm like the whitest white boy when it comes to basketball. Like on my basketball team, I had like one of the lowest vertical jumps. So I'm not the person to ask, but I have improved over time with my jump. Obviously I've kind of taken a literal and figurative step back because I injured my knee a few months ago. But what I try and do is do things like step ups where you're exploding up, or do like these explosive movements that you see athletes doing in their training, where you sprint, like where you go off into a sprint for like a few seconds, or you do box jumps where you're jumping up in the air, literally practicing your jumping movement, working your jumping muscles. Like you can't get around it, but just do jumps and just do a higher box jumps and that kind of thing. I would say work both type 2 and type 1 muscle fibers. So work on your strength and like being able to squat a lot, but also work on like your explosiveness and your quickness through sprints and through box jumps and through like bench step ups and that kind of thing. Yeah, and do deadlifts too. Deadlifts help a lot. What is ... health? No question mark. You know what? That's such a good question. I'm going to answer it in another video. How's that sound, punk? The guy who asked that is like one of my best friends, so it's cool. How does one go from a marshmallow body to a Nathan asking for a friend? Speaking as a former marshmallow body, drink a crap ton of water, figuratively, eat a lot of vegetables, eat a lot of protein from good, healthy, lean sources, burn more calories than you eat, and lift weights and do short, intense cardio. Some keys to getting more ripped, I guess. Okay, this is a great question. What is your favorite protein sustenance? That's a great word. And are there any that are better for girls, or do we all take the same ones? Okay, this is like, I guess, a common misconception that actually kind of bugs me with the whole fitness supplement industry. One key thing, I guess, is to remember that supplements, like they're supplemental to your diet. You don't need them. You don't need protein powder. You don't need protein bars. You don't need pre-workout and stuff like that. It helps a lot of times. Some of them are complete BS and you don't need them at all if you're eating a well-rounded diet. And some of them help, like protein powder, for example. Gosh, that's so loud. Like the biggest key for remembering about protein powder is that it's just mostly a matter of convenience. So my favorite protein sources are lean meats like chicken. Chicken breast is probably like the leanest cut of chicken. Chicken thighs are also good, but they have a little bit more fat per serving. And turkey, I love like lean ground turkey. Eggs, I guess. I mean eggs. So I like eggs as a protein source, but mostly egg whites, because egg yolks also have fat in them, which is fine. There's lots of vitamins and nutrients in egg yolks, but also there's fat. So if I only have a certain amount of fat per day, I try to get it from better sources like peanuts and peanut butter and that kind of thing, because peanut butter is my first love. No, it's not. It's one of my loves. As for the whole side of your question, are there any better protein sources for girls? No, I would say no. If you see some of these protein powders in the stores that are like marketed towards women, they're like these pink and purple and black protein powders that are marketed for her, whatever, those are garbage. Like you don't need those. There's so many misconceptions about, I guess, aisles of health for men and for women. People, like men think that they should work out this way and women think they should work out this way, where really so much of it, it's the same. Like men and women can have very similar workout routines and very similar diets. Obviously different caloric needs because a lot of them are sized differently, but no, protein sources can be just about the same for men and for women. Last question, are spandex always necessary? I'm actually like wearing spandex right now. No, you don't need them. They help on leg day. I'm taking this in. No, you don't need spandex. You don't really need anything. Fitness is so simple, and it's such like a small, I don't know, small thing. Like, you don't need to buy anything to be fit. Just work hard and learn what you're doing. All right, guys, so I'm going to bed because the sun's going down. I just wanted to record this quick little Q&A. Please send me questions over Instagram. Here's my Instagram right here. Send me questions, I'll answer them. And yeah, you're awesome. Let me know what you need from me. I'll help you with it. Bye.